Memorial Day weekend just a few days away, and if you're throwing a barbecue, you're going to need a light and tasty dessert to complement your grilled food. And joining us now is MaryRenee Lemberg. She's the multitasking mom, and she's going to show us how to make one tasty dessert.
It's excellent, and you can do a bunch of variations of this. This happens to be our family's favorite. So you start by making your own jello.
So you don't need the box jello, you can make it all on your own.
The box jello, depending on how you, I grew up eating it. I've fed it
you're
to
pretty
my
healthy.
kids too. I'm healthy. However, it is just as easy to make your own, and you can come up with better and more healthy variations of it. So what I made was a blueberry pomegranate jello. So you start with blueberry pomegranate juice. You can find this in any refrigerated section of your grocery store. You will soften your unflavored gelatin in that. So 1 package of unflavored gelatin and about a half a cup of this, soften it, get it going so it becomes like your agent. And just like when you make the box gelatin sets, you're going to boil the rest of the juice like you would the water that you add the gelatin to.
I understand.
All you do, you boil it, whisk it in there until it's dissolved, let it cool, and you put it into a Pyrex or glass plate. All right, once it comes to room temperature, you can then add whatever fruits you want. So if you wanted to do this with a variation of strawberry juice or with a apple kiwi juice that's out there.
Oh, that sounds great.
If you wanted to do a peach or an apricot style jello, all that you would do is then alter your fresh fruit that you're putting in. So this has in it your jello mixture and fresh blueberries. Pop it into the refrigerator. 3 hours later, you have your jello. And I will say, as I was packing it up this morning to my daughters, yes, I am bringing some home, and yes, I will make more for you this afternoon in case we eat it all.
I see a little bit missing right now.
Yeah, they were, Mom, you're bringing our jello.
Were they snacking this morning?
They were a little bit. And honestly, I don't mind because it's literally, it is a 100% juice and unflavored gelatin. There's no extra colorings or ingredients or sugarings or flavorings. It's good for them.
I know I'm always looking for desserts that don't pack on the pounds. This is not a bad option.
This is going to be fantastic. So all you want to do, Seth, is load however many of these. I scored them into small little cubes in here. You can just scoop it out if that's, this was just totally for aesthetic reasons. So why don't you scoop some out and put it on your plate. You might want to bring that a little bit closer. It is jello.
It's a little bit sloppy.
Yep, it's a little sloppy, and sitting underneath the lights, it's gotten a little bit mushier than it usually would.
And there's some fresh berries in here too, which makes it even nicer.
Yeah. Alrighty, so we're going to do some red, white, and blue. This is the perfect end. It's going to be gorgeous on Monday, so happy picnic time. Spray some of your whipped cream. If you are more of a tub whip topping person, that's fine too. Whatever works for your family. And then load on the red strawberries on top. And you have something that is primarily fresh fruit and fruit juice.
And a few blueberries too?
Absolutely, go for it. And you have your red, white, and blue dessert for Memorial Day.
MaryRenee, thank you so much, but we're not done with MaryRenee yet. A little bit later in the show, we are making a healthy pasta salad. You don't want to miss it. And welcome back to Mass Appeal.
We are back with MaryRenee Lemberg, the multitasking mom, and now we're going to make a healthy pasta salad.
Absolutely. We always think of pasta salads as your usual mayonnaise base to it. This one is super healthy for you because you are going to be using fat-free Italian dressing. You're using Parmesan cheese, black olives, and then tomatoes. And right now, even with it being early in the season for vegetables, I found these gorgeous gourmet tomatoes that are orange, red, and yellow that are going to add a lot of punch to this. I started with a tricolor rotini and just cooked it according to the box. And Laura, you can start adding the black olives. This is a small can of black olives that are already sliced. If you have regular black olives on hand and you want to do the slicing yourself, go for it. But I always take the help from the store on that one.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Seth is chopping up some more tomatoes for us. And also, Laura, you're going to add some Parmesan cheese.
Oh, I didn't want to get ahead of the game.
That's not a problem. And mix that up and give it a little bit of a mix. This particular pasta that we're using today is a new one out on the market. And for every 2 ounces of pasta that you're actually eating, you're also getting a half a serving of vegetables because they have used real vegetable juices to color the pasta. And to change the color of it. So the green is actually spinach, and it'll taste like spinach, and the carrot, and
no way, Laura.
and then regular pasta.
Hand me one of those green ones.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Thank you
so
very
you're
much.
kind of almost tricking your kids to eat their veggies.
Right, and if your kids aren't into veggies, this is a way that, it's colorful and it's exciting for them, but it tastes really good, and it's up the ante. It's not just the food coloring going in there.
I think a lot for kids, it's how it looks And
Yes.
if it's colorful and looks fun, they're going to dive right in.
If I was a kid, I would eat that so quickly.
Yeah, and my children will eat this quicker than they will like a mayonnaise-based pasta salad. And this is also good if you're going to a picnic on Monday because it won't get sour in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than
Laura,
hot
you can
mayonnaise.
scoop some of those tomatoes on in here.
Okay.
And
Here we go, Laura. I'm almost ready over here.
Seth can.
yep,
I'm working
you can
on
just
it.
Toss those on in. And then the last thing we're going to do, Laura, is we're going to add this Italian dressing.
Okay, I'll just pour
Okay, yep,
that
pour it right on in. Excellent. And whatever kind of Italian dressing you
we've
want,
got more
I happen to
tomatoes.
use a low-calorie, fat-free one. Awesome. I'm just going to use my hands.
And if
All right,
the
guys. There we
salad
go.
dressings in the
Awesome.
bottle aren't your thing too, you can probably do, you know, a balsamic that you make yourself with olive oil and
Right,
vinegar.
absolutely. And there's always the ones that you can make your own with a little bit of garlic, some regular, like you said, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of a really strong mustard too would taste really great in this too.
You know what I do sometimes? I find I go to the grocery store and I'll look at the bottled dressings, look at the back, see the ingredients, and then go do it myself.
And then make
at
your
home.
own.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You're fancy.
I feel like I'm taking advantage of the people who make the dressing, though. I'm saying,
Yes, but I gotta
thank you,
tell
and
you
then I walk
though,
away.
is that if you can come up with your own ingredients, and it's so much better for you that way too, you can control the quality that you're using, and that's the most important thing. That's why, like, if you can make your own salad dressings, if you can make your own salad creations like this versus just purchasing them fresh from a deli case, you are actually controlling what is going in here for your kids and for your family.
If you were to buy this from someplace in a grocery store or some restaurant, they probably wouldn't really care to put light fat dressing in there. They just want it to taste good. They don't really care about the health.
Exactly, and that's the whole point. If we're caring about what we're putting in our bodies, it's all going to turn around in how we output as well. So if I'm giving my child some really great carbohydrates, it's full of vegetables, whether or not they like tomatoes or olives, and they're going to kind of pick through it, because we all know kids have their issues. They're still getting a vegetable serving in the actual pasta themselves. And Italian dressing works great in my house, but if another condiment of some sort, it's just a method for you to make it healthy.
Well, MaryRenee, 2 great dishes. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I cannot wait to dig in. And if you want a copy of these recipes, just visit us online, mymassappeal.com later today.